Welcome to the St. George 70.3 swim course review for 2023. It's put on by Magnolia Masters and Swim Easy Speed. So what we're going to do is just give you kind of a basic weather forecast, how that might impact the course, and take a look at what the day might look like. So it looks like for the pros, they might send you off as early as 6:08 a.m. That's first light tomorrow morning. Sunrise is 6:36, which is when they're the earliest that they would send off the age groupers. So that's something to keep in mind. There might be a little bit of play kind of when they send off the pros. It might not actually be at 6:08. It might be a little bit later, but the wind, it looks like it's not going to be too bad in the morning. It's going to be 2 miles an hour, gusting to potentially 7 out of the northeast. So kind of, this direction. And, you're going to have a little bit here kind of going out on the course. It's a clockwise triangular course. It looks like, just guesstimating, each side is probably about 850 meters, and then 200 meters on the top here, just as a guesstimate. So that means that, for the pros, the surge will go to about there. And then the second one might come right around here, where they're trying to kind of drop some people that get caught up on the buoys, and drop some more people off the back, so that train is not as big, and then they can put a little bit more time on everyone in this last kind of 850 meters. It doesn't look like, so here is the map of the depth of the reservoir, right where you guys are going to be. So it looks like, 11, 12, 14 feet. It gets pretty deep, 31 kind of right there. 41, you're already out at 49. That's about halfway through the course. It doesn't look like it gets much deeper, though, than about 50 on the course. So if there is any wind, it's not really it won't churn up a lot. The waves aren't going to get too big too quick if the lake or the reservoir was potentially a lot shallower. And it doesn't look like, this is a nice protected bay, so you're going to get a lot of benefit from it. It's going to make it a little bit of an easier course to swim on. And, kind of going back to the map, if you're an age grouper, the one thing you're going to be aware about, and this for the pros too, the sun's going to be coming kind of from this direction in the morning, from that direction in the morning. So potentially you're going to be, it's going to be tough to kind of sight this buoy a little bit. So goggle selection, if you have some tinted goggles, polarized goggles, that could be helpful. If you don't panic. It's not that big of a deal. Just stay on the feet and the person in front of you. That's kind of the best way to sight it. It looks like, for the pros, you're going to want to start, depending on how they have it all lined up, but, kind of closer to the buoy line. If you're out here, you're going to potentially be swimming a little bit more. It just depends on how they have the start line set up. So, but just look for the people that, you'd want to be with and kind of go with them, and don't let them go. Don't let them drop you. Trying to think what else. 50 degrees in the morning, 39% humidity, so it's going to be pretty dry. It's going to feel like 50 degrees, maybe a little bit chillier, but there's not going to be much wind. It doesn't look like it gets too hot during the day, like a high of 72, and it looks like, gusting maybe later in the day up to 23. So that could be an issue. I think winds kind of go up to about 13, but gusting to 23 later in the day. Partly cloudy. It looks like it's going to be a great day to race. So if you are listening to this and you are racing, I really wish you all the best of luck. I will be cheering for you. And I hope you have a great, really fun, safe day. Thanks again for tuning in.